So everybody tagged the hell out of me about this Concord stuff. And I'm going to make a dedicated video about it. I haven't done it yet. So that means it's probably going to come out in like 2 days. And by then it'll be old news, but I don't care. This entire thing is insane to me. Okay. And I'm glad that this information is coming out about Concord. So we got this video here from Colin Moriarty where he says the following. I spoke extensively with someone who worked on Concord, and it's so much worse than you think. It was internally referred to as the future of PlayStation, with Star Wars-like potential and a developer culture of toxic positivity, halting any negative feedback, making it cost $400 million. Let's break this down really quick before we get into the actual video, all right? Number one, we know this to be true because they themselves over at Sony said this publicly. They said that Concord was going to be the next big game. It was going to be bigger than Horizon, right? They wanted this game to be the next Horizon game, where you know how they market every single one of their consoles and they market everything PlayStation related with Horizon? Like Horizon's that kind of game. They wanted Concord to be better than that. That's what they envisioned Concord to be. So we know that's true. We know this part is true. But the Star Wars-like potential, bro, come on. At what point do we admit the truth? See, this is the problem. And this is why I don't care if these people call me a rage baiter, masturbate. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. At least I'm fucking honest, bro. At least I'm honest with what I'm thinking at the time. I'll always tell you what I'm thinking, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. But see, the problem is that this developer culture we know is true because look at their Twitter feeds. Look at all of their Twitter feeds. It's all toxic positivity. It's all lying to each other, right? They're all lying to each other because nobody wants to tell each other the truth. Nobody wants to be the person to say, hey, my guy, this sounds like a bad idea. I think we should probably go back to the drawing board. Nobody wants to be that guy, unfortunately, at these studios. And then it just becomes one massive echo chamber of fake love and positivity. And then what ends up happening is that everything just fucking explodes. And then what's funny is that they're all looking at each other and they're like, how did this happen? How did this happen? How did any of this happen? I don't understand how it happened. What do you mean you don't understand? The writing was on the wall. If you guys weren't so busy sucking each other off, you might have been able to notice it. But the problem is that they're so damn busy gaslighting each other and maintaining their echo chamber of fake positivity that everything just blows up around them. So let's listen to this video. It's only 9 minutes long. Let's check out this clip and see exactly what's going on. Volume maximum. Here we go. Like the stream.
I want to talk about Concord. I wasn't going to ever talk about this game again because who really gives a shit? However, and I don't do journalism really anymore, as you guys know, and we talk about this a lot. I was a journalist at one time, and I used to break a lot of stories, and these days I don't really grind like that. So the stories that I break these days are usually always people coming to me. And someone who worked on Concord reached out to me, and I verified who this person was and went through all of that and talked to this person extensively, for a long time. Ooh. And got some, I think, interesting information that I can share about Concord. And I think people will be interested about it. The reason that I wanted to talk about it is because some of the assumptions that I had made about the game were dead wrong as far as how much it cost and how much Sony really lost on it. So the big thing that you really need to know here about this is that Concord cost about $400 million to make.
Oh my God, bro. 400 million fucking dollars, bro. $400 million, my guy. How does this game cost $400 million? I don't understand. That is a big red flag. That's a big red flag. How? On what? I feel like this number is exorbitantly high, right? Even like, you know how it's so ironic because Colin Moriarty was the one who was the only person who was like, oh, $7 million for consultancy? That's just not true. It's impossible. The number's exorbitantly high. But then he comes out with this $400 million number, which is double what everybody else was talking about. And we're all just supposed to take it at his word. But you know what? I do kind of believe it because I really genuinely believe that it is just mainly payroll. I think it's an insane amount of payroll. I really do. It's an insane amount of payroll. You're talking about, what was it, 8 years of development, right? 8 years, I think. So $400 million. Let's do some math. $400 million divided by 8 years. It's $50 million a year divided by 12 months. That's $4.1 million, bro. There's no fucking way. God damn. $4.2 million a month? Bro, there's no way. On how? On what? On what? There's no way these people are making that much money in their salaries. Maybe the higher ups, right? Maybe like the fucking executives. But even then, bro, that is an insane number. That's more than like almost every AAA game that I could think of. I don't know, bro. How many employees? Let me see. How many employees at Firewalk Studios? Let's see. According to Kotaku, staff at the 150-person Firewalk, which Sony acquired in 2023 for undisclosed fee, are anxiously awaiting their fate. 150 fucking people at this studio? So let's see. 4.2. Let's see. Let's say 4 million divided by 150 people per month. $28,000 a month. Yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I could see everybody else getting a lower number and maybe the executives making like, I don't know, 20, 30, $40,000 a month. I don't know. How many executives are there? It's so hard to tell. Bro, this thing is so overblown. It seriously is so overblown. How the fuck do you spend almost $5 million a month on a game like Concord? How is that even possible? The math just doesn't math for me. I don't get it. That's an disgusting amount of... I don't know. Even Overwatch looks better than this game. And Overwatch didn't come anywhere close to 400 million. Let me see. What is Overwatch 2 budget? Can I even find that out? Does anybody even know? It's a free-to-play game. I know that. I can't even find it. What is Valorant budget? Let's see. I can't find the information. They keep that shit really quiet. Regardless, I highly doubt it's anywhere close to that. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh my god.
And the story goes that Concord, by the time Concord was, so in the first quarter of 2023, Concord had basically entered an alpha state. This was before Sony had even purchased the team. But Sony had been working with Probably Monsters, and which was the original owner of Firewalk and Firewalk, probably since late 2020, maybe 2021 at the latest on Concord. The game was in development before that. Up to the point that the game went into alpha state, they had already spent about $200 million on it. And it's unclear how much of that money is from Probably Monsters and the original investors into the game and how much of that money was from Sony. There's this term in product development, not only with games, but really with everything. You can like manufacture a tchotchke. You guys might have heard of it. It's called minimum viability, or a minimum viable product. Mm-hmm. The idea behind this, or MVP, the idea behind this is that this is...
I agree with this comment. I am sure it is a big mismanagement situation happening here. I really do. There is a huge, if you're spending almost $5 million a month on whatever, payroll, equipment, supplies, whatever, and you're producing a game like fucking Concord, then there is a massive issue. That is a huge red flag.